what's cracking? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yeah? What about them? Oh. That's a concern. That bad, eh? No problem. I guess our resident writer, Miss Green-Haired Fairy, isn't here tonight. The one and only. Unless you change your hair color, then my bad. Oh. Why? That's so. That's too bad. Evenings won't be the same without her. Not looking too good, huh? Don't worry. If anything happens, I'll lend you my trusty lighter. Uh-huh. Got it from my grandfather. A lucky charm of sorts. Never failed us in a pinch, not even once. Unless you need it lit up for longer than 10 seconds. You're on your own. Oh, we do. But where's the thrill in that? Do I ever? Great. I'm already done for the day, so no more coffee for me. Just for tonight. Hibiscus in blue. What? Huh. I had no idea you offered alternative stuff. No judgment here, just saying. Ooh. Got it. Whoops. Sure, I'll give it a shot. Still remember my golden rule? Correct. I'm sure you have all this info written down on your phone already. Whoops. Better write down everything you can remember then. That's so. All right, then I'll have one of your new teas. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just keep it simple. Is she bragging at me or something? Oh. Huh. It appears she left me a message. Nothing for you to worry about. Anyway, thanks for this. Give her my regards. Wow. Is this stuff really safe to drink? What's with the color? Yeah, I'm just playing with you. It's surprisingly mild, huh? Really? It's fine. I remember my youngest showed me a video, something like that. You know, she's really into new agey health stuff. I remember she made me a drink from blue algae or something. To lower my cholesterol, she said. Problem was, it tasted like dirt. I still drink it all, though. Yeah, she's swell. Between you and me, though, I'll stick with coffee. But this one, I don't mind at all. Maybe I'll ask her about it later. Thanks. What a storm. I'm supposed to be home by now. My youngest has just finished all her makeup exams. Yeah. We found out that for some reason or other, she's been neglecting her studies. So let's just say I had a few things to say about that. It was a disaster. Yep. Except we haven't spoken to each other for over a month now. Anyway, the missus planned to celebrate a little tonight. Making all the kids' favorite dishes, having her sisters over for dinner and all that. So I'm buying the dessert pies as an olive branch of sorts. But, as you can see, I got no pies, and I'm nowhere near home. That and my car's busted. All valve cores removed and tires deflated. It just so happens my car is the latest victim of a vandalism spree. That's a whole other thing going on. Rest easy, though. We're on it. For now, I need to find a way to get home fast.
Holy! By Zeus, what a disaster. Hey, what's shaking? Evening, Pops.
What's up?
Thunderstorms, obviously.
Touche.
Gods, isn't the weather just awful? It's like someone up there doesn't care about their water bill or something. I'm glad you're open, though. Else I'd be super soaked by now. That'd be great, yeah. Oh, I'm Lucas, by the way. And you are? Awesome. Nice to meet you, Pops. Can I call you Pops?
Fine by me.
Sweet.
Uh-oh. Mrs. is calling. Alright, be back. Wish me luck.
See ya. So, can I get a cafe latte? Or maybe not. You know what? I'm not sure. You tell me. You're the pro. Okay. Hear me out. You see, I used to like coffee. Heck, I loved espresso. But at some point, my stomach turned against me and decided to just hate it. Like, really hate it. You know what I mean? Anyway, milk helps take the edge off. That's why I've been ordering lattes and the like. But I still miss just coffee, you know? That's why I'm wondering if you can suggest me something. The caffeine, of course. And just the overall boldness, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Nope. But isn't that just green tea? Sure. Then one matcha for me, please. Mm-hmm. Man, it's super green, huh? Let's try it. You know what? It's pretty good. Tastes a little grassy, though. But I kinda like it. Why wouldn't I? Well, good thing I like intense. 'Cause it makes up for the fact I'm really not. Anyhow, looking forward to your future recommendations from now on. So, does anyone ever come here? I was trying to pin this coffee shop on my post, right? But there's, like, no trace of your place anywhere. No tags, no mentions, nothing. What's up with that? That makes sense. What time do you guys close anyway? For real? That's pretty heckin' late. Do you turn to a secret bar after like 2 a.m. or something? What? That's no fun. Are you guys on social media at all? A late night coffee shop that nobody talks about, huh? Interesting. But hey, that means I can stay until the storm's over, right? Sweet, thanks. I can give you a shout out on my stories if you want. Yup. Here, let me show you. I was going to tag your place here. Oh yeah, it's a pretty new thing in Tomodachi, huh? You can check on people's updates now. Just open the Stories tab inside the app on your phone once in a while. Better check it daily though, because the stories only last a day. Who knows, maybe you'll find some juicy info on your customers there. Hey, I'm just saying, people will post anything. Kidding, I'm usually more active on my tube channel anyway. But hey, since you're here, want me to tag you instead? Right. I guess you can call me a lifestyle reviewer of sorts. I report on the hottest trends, on the hottest people, on the hottest places, and everything else in between. You want it to be? Sure. For the right price, you can. Just kidding. My manager decides what I endorse. They help keep me on brand, so to speak. Since they said I can get too crazy sometimes. Whatever that means.
Oh, lordy.
Welcome back, Pops.
Thanks. Kinda. The missus is not happy. Maybe we should try calling a cab. What do you think?
I'd save my minutes if I were you, Pops.
Not good, huh?
Been calling him while I was still on the lookout earlier. 1.5 hours later, here I am.
There were no cabs around my station either.
Did you try ordering online, Pops?
Did you not see my phone? The only ordering I could do is nom noms from around the corner of my house.
Touché! Whoa!
For what it's worth, it held out much longer than I expected. Wanna borrow my lighter then? Sure, good luck. Hey, you alright?
Yeah, everything's peachy. I just don't like being in the dark so much.
What, you're scared of the dark, kid?
Duh. You never know who might jump out at you.
But we're in a room.
Still. Don't you feel scared at all, Pops?
Of course not. I do night patrols all the time. If I can grab them, I can handle them. In theory.
I don't know how to feel about that at all. Huh? Did you hear something?
What?
I swear I heard something just now.
Holy fuck!
Oh! Hi? Oh, great.
Can I place my order? What do you have? I'd like something soothing for my throat and for my mind. Blue pea latte. Could you make it pretty? Okay. 1 blue pea latte with art, please. Huh. It's blue? I see. It's pretty. It's good. Thank you.
Is the power okay now? Awesome. Now we can just wait until the storm's over. What?
Would have been nice if I had my car. Well, darn.
So, basically you're saying we're stuck.
I'm in deep trouble.
What's wrong with your car, Pops?
Just didn't want to alarm you.
For real?
been some vandalism going around recently. Somebody keeps removing valve cores and deflating tires from parked cars around the West Precinct. Maybe someone's a collector. Or got too much time in their hands. No clue yet. Anyhow, our station lot was getting repaved. So a few of us had to park outside today. Well, you know the rest.
Did everyone's cars get affected too, Pops?
Nope. Just mine.
Oh. That's so weird. You're so chill about it.
Yeah? Maybe because there's no real damage done other than wasting my time. Though my coworkers aren't so cool about it. The recent mass resignations have left us severely understaffed. Additionally, companies are moving away due to the tax hike, so there are protests happening, which means tensions are high all around. Don't I know it? Anyway, we caught the culprit on CCTV, so I'll be looking into it starting tomorrow. Just hoping it won't get any crazier in the meantime.
Could it be just a prank, Pops?
You think so?
Yeah. With what's been going on lately, the suspicion would land elsewhere, right? So the culprit may think they won't get caught.
Are you speaking from experience?
If I say yes, would you let it slide?
Depends on what you did.
Harsh. But I'm serious. Prank videos are like their own genre online, you know?
People watch that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah. It's all about cheap thrills, Pops. And a good way to make money too, if you play your cards right.
Oh?
The crazier your shtick is, the more views you get. Which means more ad money. Lather, rinse, repeat until you push them just a bit too far. Then you get the nuke and everything will just go poof and disappear. Won't stop anyone from doing it all over again though. Cause really, all you need to get started is a camera phone and Wi-Fi. Everything else comes down to timing and luck.
You sure know a lot about this. Maybe I should bring you in for questioning.
Oh no, my manager would kill me!
Joking. Anyhow, a high-risk, high-reward opportunity with a low-entry barrier. Sounds like something else.
Oh yeah. Anything goes for views. Honestly, it's one of the reasons I'm on a break at the moment.
Oh?
It's a long story. Been wanting to change the direction of my show for a long time now.
What's wrong with it?
Well, the views are declining, for one.
Why? Not enough pranks?
Harsh! Nah, I haven't done those things in a long time. Not that I ever want to get back into it. Anyways, I'm not in a position where I can take that kind of risk yet. Even if I'm totally up for trying something new.
'Cause people don't like change.
That's right. Yet they get bored easily too. Today's good might be trash tomorrow. So it feels like I'm battling a daily paradox sometimes.
You make it sound like the continuity of your work depends on the audience's whims, kid.
I guess you could say that.
Why?
Pardon?
Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I was unable to avoid overhearing you.
It's alright. I know I'm loud. Can you explain what you mean by why?
Do you think the audience is always right?
Of course not.
Then why place so much emphasis on what they want? Why must you follow their whims?
I mean, it all comes down to numbers, right? A single opinion might be easy to negotiate with. Maybe even 10 or 100. Still doable. But to influence the opinion of thousands? Millions? Not so easy. So my belief is, if you can't find him, join him. Then change things slowly from the inside out.
There's no way it can work.
No. Why do you think that?
My apologies for not providing context.
You don't have to. I was just curious.
Considering I intruded, it is only fair. I admit that I'm not a big fan of online activities. I find people's conduct there very loathsome.
That's a strong word.
2 years ago, I uploaded my singing reel online in preparation for my audition as a soprano.
A soprano? Really? That's cool. Can I see it?
I took it down.
Oh, why?
I believe she's getting to it, kid.
Right, okay.
It was something done out of necessity. I recorded the reel using my phone at home. Since I have no previous theater experience to show, it was not of the highest quality, I admit. Even so, I did post it to a video site, mainly to add the link to my... Though I'm not sure if it helped at all, as my attempts have yet to yield results.
Right.
However, one day, my application received an unexpected response from an audition. It was a polite rejection. However, they left me with a curious...
What did they say?
They highly recommended that I moderate my video's comment section, so I checked. It was a lot. The comment section was teeming with plenty of strong opinions, if they can even be called that. There were a lot of comments telling me to stop screaming and to take my video down, because they didn't want to get cursed and die yet.
What's with that nonsense?
Others questioned my sanity for knowingly spreading bad luck with my boy. Many others also wanted to know who and where my handler was, since there's no such thing as sentience for us banshees, I suppose.
That's real effed up. Even with the Vindication Act in place, those POS still exist, huh?
A global treaty to recognize the sentiency and rights of non-sapients. Sapient refers to any species that is intelligent and bipedal. Like humans, elves, orcs, gnomes, halflings, yeah, you know the type.
Yeah, like, even a satyrs got added pretty late into the game too, you know? Yeah, but we're all born male. And we didn't really have the best reputation either. Anyway, it took a while for us to finally get recognized by international law, since the further you are from the likeness of the main six, the slower the process will be. So I'm sure it's been way harder for you, lady.
Our numbers are extremely low. Others being unfamiliar with our existence is not surprising to us.
Still, doesn't make it right. But I get it now. Your disdain for the internet, I'm impressed you seem very chill about it.
Chill? Do I look chill? But how can you be chill when such blatant disrespect is thrown in your face? Don't you wonder? What gives them the right? Who do they pray tell? What do they feel when they commit? Do they derive some sort of the audacity? I can't! I see the anonymity of talking through screens has afforded people the comfort of disrespecting others without suffering a direct hit to their face for.
Okay.
It's just not right. That kind of behavior is just not right. I'm sorry. I've gone too far. I admit, I just don't want to hear the audience is always right. Because that means my dream has run aground before I can even try.
How about if I help you? Look, I get what you're going through. As a satyr, I had to deal with plenty of numbskulls trying to tear me down to justify their own inferiority complexes. So believe me when I tell you this. You've got what it takes to turn the tables on them.
How?
Easy. You got to sell yourself.
Whoa, kid, slow down. I might be lax, but I still work for the law.
No, Pops, not that kind. Honestly, I don't know much about the opera scene. But I know sirens dominate a huge chunk of the soprano roles. Am I right?
Yes. It's as if they were made for the role.
Exactly. So, this is a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which means, no matter what you do or how hard you try, you'll always be an outlier. Therefore, if you just compete based on your skills alone, sorry to say this, but you probably won't make it. Wait, hear me out. You got one awesome thing all those sirens don't have. A story.
Story?
Yeah. Imagine a banshee who dreams of becoming a lead soprano. Or whatever it is you wish to do on the stage. Pursuing her dream in the midst of all the sirens, despite all the odds stacked against her. Isn't that a great narrative?
But you haven't even heard my singing yet. Have you?
I'd love to, of course. But honestly, that doesn't matter as much as you think.
What?
Our goal is to get your story stuck in people's heads first. Most people will just scoff at it because of their own dumb assumptions. Which is exactly what we want. And then we'll blow all their expectations away by putting you on stage.
What stage? And how?
Don't worry, I have my ways. No matter how you sing, everybody will be surprised seeing you there. And that's when you'll get your time to really shine.
What are you talking about? No.
What? Why?
I just want the chance to properly sing. To show what I'm made of. Regardless of what I am.
I know, and I'm offering you a possible way in.
No offense. But all of this sounds like you're just... It's as if you're just trying to sell a caricature of me.
Of course not, no way! But ouch, That kind of hurt a little bit.
I'm sorry for being rude. But I don't know you. And you don't know me. So how am I supposed to consider everything you said when you don't even know my name?
Well, if what you've been doing had worked at all, I would have asked for your name already, don't you think?
Hey. I don't know where you were going with that, but I think you went too far, kid. What the hell are you talking about?
Ah, crap. Hey, look.
The storm seems to be easing up. I'll be taking my leave. Riona. Our conversation certainly took an odd turn. So let me make this point. For all the words you spoke earlier, I feel few were actually intended for me. Take care.
Sorry about all that. I messed up, didn't I?
Can't say, kid. This old man is still trying to figure out what just happened.
Oh, man. Don't know what came over me, Pops. I get too hyped up sometimes and lose my cool. Sorry, just a sec. It's my manager. The road closure is over, so he's picking me up now.
Nice.
By the way, do you need a ride, Pops? I can drop you off wherever, no problem.
Thanks, kid, but it's alright. I'm sure the cabs will start rolling around soon.
You sure?
Yep.
Alrighty. I guess I'll be seeing you guys around. Yeah. Hey. No, it's nothing. Okay then. See you soon. Pops?
Have a safe trip. Well, that was a show and a half. As soon as I get my cab, I'll get out of your hair. Not gonna lie though, listening to those two got me thinking for a little bit. Me and my youngest daughter, Missy. Maybe I was too hard on her, but I don't know. When you are a parent, it's hard to choose between supporting your kids' ideas or stopping them from taking things too far. Yup. Uh-oh. It's the missus. You know what? I think I better go. At least if she hears the rain outside, she'll get less mad at me. Kidding. But I better go, though. You take care on closing. Thanks. See ya.
ya. Hell yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, good to know. Oh, yeah. Kind of? Maybe? Okay, I knew it was a long shot, but... low-key, was kind of hoping the lady from yesterday would be here again. High-key. I can see that. I know it's silly. I mean, what are the chances, right? I just want to apologize properly, I think. I'm still not sure what came over me. But never mind for now. That's not the only reason I'm here anyway. But dang, this place is really empty, huh? Yeah? Pops too? Yep. He's a regular, right? I see. Then, wouldn't it be better to open a few hours later? You got me there. Either way, it works out for me. 'Cause I'm here to do some work. I might be on hiatus, but I still gotta post a bunch of stuff. So, got some editing to do. Sweet, thanks. What? What is this, the Ice Age? Maybe that's why this place is so empty. I'm joking. At least your brand game is on point here. I mean, this place is called Coffee Talk, right? So I thought you'd say something like, "We're all about talking, not surfing." Or something like that. No? In that case, you can transfer the tagline royalties to the link in my bio. The licensing fee is free since you're so cool. Joking. Anyway, guess I better get a move on over there, huh? There we go. Now I'm ready to place my order. I've got to stay fresh and awake. So maybe a cafe latte? Oh no, wait. Can you make me a custom drink? Like a cafe latte with lots of honey. I mean a lot of honey. Well, I remember tasting more honey than milk. So, might as well. Can you try making that for me? Great. A cafe latte with lots of honey, please. Thanks. You even made it look so fancy. Now, time to give this a try. Cheers. Super. This is exactly how I remembered it. Actually, it's not. This is too sweet, even for me. But it's something I drank a lot back in the day. Gives you lots of energy when you got nothing else to eat. What is it? Kind of, yeah. I didn't have a lot of spare cash back then. Heck, I couch surfed a lot. Until eventually, I moved into my old group's house. But anyway, yeah. Sure takes me back. What is it? You think? Even with lots of honey? Milk too? Oh. Right. That makes too much sense. What a bummer. No. You just solved one of my life's biggest mysteries, probably. So, thanks for that. Now I can't look at being Buzzy the same way ever again.
Hi. It's been a while. How have you been? We were in the area, so we thought we'd stop by.
Right. It's not like you were trying to change the subject or anything.
Huh?
Look, Aqua. All I want is for you to reread their terms carefully.
And I just want to know if you'll still help me if I accept. I mean, it's all just hypothetical anyway, right?
The way you're talking about it doesn't reflect that. And it really bothers me.
Okay. I admit, maybe I got a bit too excited about it. But putting that aside, I just want to know if you're in this with me or not. Because I'm really feeling it this time, Myrtle. I really want this game to be out there. Although, we're not even halfway done with it. Yet. And about the terms. I mean, who knows, Myrtle? Maybe those are just what I need. To motivate me to work harder. And we can complete it.
Motivate you, you say? Huh. That's just pure recklessness. You know that. Aqua, I know you're not... Look. Let's just give it a rest for now. Okay?
Okay. Oh, hey! Sorry you had to see that.
We were in the middle of something. Sorry for the hassle.
Yes, just give me a moment. Um...
I'll have a spiced milk tea. Some cinnamon would be good. Or whatever you think is better. I'll have one spiced milk tea. Thanks. Good. I think you nailed it.
Did you say Shia Denny? I see. I suppose you tried it because of the documentary I told you about the other day.
Yeah. Watched it yesterday while pulling an all-nighter. It sounded interesting, but I couldn't remember the name.
I guess I'm ready to order too. I see you have new tea selections on the shelves. Are those butterfly pea flowers I see? I've had them before. Pretty often, actually. Especially in the office. I like it best when brewed with a lot of mint. Could you make it that way for me? Then I'll have a blue pea tea with lots of mint, please. Thank you. Looks nice, doesn't it? Yes! It's really good. When I feel very anxious, I often make this tea, but usually I put a little sugar and lemon salt in it too.
Really? Salt?
Yes.
So, what's next? You gonna try that salted butter tea too?
I thought you were the one who was gonna try it, Myrtle.
As if. I couldn't even begin to imagine how that'd taste. Though I wonder how different that'd be from just using plain cream. Still, no on the salt.
I told Myrtle about a documentary on hot drinks around the world the other day. They had a lot of strange recipes. you should try watching it too. Who knows? It might inspire you to make some new drinks. Overflowing warmth, comforting beverages around the world. The name sounds plain, but the content can be a bit unique. But it's got plenty of normal drinks too. You're welcome. And now I'm ready to tackle the night. Yes, but it's fine, really. I just need to free up some time so I can work further on my game.
Is it Gaxpo?
Right. Gaxpo. That's the one.
Cool. I heard it's hard to get showcased there. So you must be really good.
Oh, no. I mean, I couldn't have done it without Myrtle's help here.
For real? You got like an insider entrance or something? Oops. Sorry for butting in. One of my crew members is super into gaming, so I hear about it all the time. Anyhow, don't mind me. Please, continue.
She got interest from one of her favorite publishers.
Yes. At Gaxpo, one of the reps came up to my booth on the day Myrtle couldn't make it.
I had to stay behind in the hotel to fix a mess in my company's files.
Yes, it was too bad. I was really nervous on my own. Anyway, the rep and I talked about my game a bit. They seemed interested, and there was talk about publishing my game. At the time, I thought they were just being nice. But they actually emailed me a draft of their contract last week. Well, I was ecstatic at the time. They are one of my favorite publishers after all. But not to break the non-disclosure agreement or anything. The terms weren't too great.
So you do get it. And by the way, you haven't signed an NDA yet, so you're not bound to anything.
That's true. But I still want to act in good faith.
What for? Their terms were the furthest thing from acting in good faith.
Right. Sorry about that.
To sum it up, they're going to invest in the game and cover all the necessary expenses. They'll do marketing, promotion, distribution, and all that.
But if I'm unable to meet the deadline, or refuse to adhere to the request for changes, or breach any of the stated agreements in the contract, many of which are rather questionable, I must return all of their money, regardless of my progress on the game.
And it won't be cheap at all, mind you.
If I fail to do so, they'll have full ownership of the game. I get to keep my game. Oh, no, that's not all. I'll have to return any of the unused investments, too.
That's what I said. I said that too.
There's still plenty more, but, when I first read it, I thought, maybe the terms are this way because it's still a draft. I also thought maybe it was something that could still be worked out and discussed. That is, until I asked Myrtle for advice.
It's a trash contract, Aqua.
I know. I get it. But it's just, I kept thinking, you know? What if this is how all the contracts are? What if this is the best I could get?
It's not, though.
But what if? Will you still help me, Myrtle? Or not?
Is that really what's important here? Right now? Come on, Aqua. I know you're not this dense.
It would be nice if you heard what I'm actually saying, and not what you think I'm saying.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, just a second. Oh. I think I better go. I have to help prepare a report for a presentation tomorrow. Yes, I think so. How about you, Myrtle?
I think I'll stay for a bit.
Oh. Okay. Then I'll see you around.
Yeah. I just got so frustrated when she kept asking me hypothetical questions. She asked if I'd be willing to help, should she accept something like this in the future. What kind of a question even is that? It's as if she doesn't trust me. Or anything I say, for that matter.
That's a good point.
But I'm with her, right? She has nothing to worry about.
If she's that worried, why don't you just say something like, "Of course I'll help, but only if the terms aren't so crappy." That should do it, right? Unless you did and she's not convinced, then I don't know.
I thought, if I tell her that, and she decides to go ahead with it anyway, I know for a fact I won't be able to refuse her at that point.
Ooh. I see.
Besides, we already agreed from the start to only work on the game when we have the time.
Basically, you're not sure if you want to commit.
What are you talking about? Of course it's not that. Things change when you start involving money. In anything.
Well, can't really argue with that.
I know how some of these companies work. They're looking for ideas from the small guys. And find a way to pluck things they want from the project, then trash the rest. No respect for the effort whatsoever. That publisher may be one of her favorites, but that doesn't mean they're a good company. Especially with that garbage contract. Really shows what they truly are. I really like working with her on the game. I honestly do. I love hearing what she wants to tell with her game. We're also not bound by some brand company rules or anything. So brainstorming ways to incorporate our ideas into the game is interesting and more a good change from what I do during the day as a game designer. I just want her to understand that I'm just worried about her.
Yeah, they're right. Though I wonder, did you say any of that to your pal at all?
What? Why would I do that?
Why would you not do that? Not to be creepy or anything, but when I overheard you guys...
It's creepy.
Right, sorry. So, me being creepy aside, obviously you thought a lot about this. But like, if all you talked about was how dumb the contract was, and not any of what you just said? Whew. If I were in her position, I'd feel pretty bummed too. 'Cause I'd be wondering if my partner still had my back, you know? Like, if they even care at all. 'Cause sounds like the project is her baby. Just like you said, work and relationships don't mix well. So, it wouldn't be too far out if she worries about all the same stuff you do, right? Now, having said that, I feel even more like an ass about what happened yesterday. Hindsight is really 20/20, huh?
I guess it can come off that way. I just thought it would be a given she'd understand where I'm coming from. But maybe I'm taking things for granted. It's me who didn't trust her. And I just didn't want things to change. Embarrassing. Some friend I am, huh? I'm leaving. We'll see. Yep. Goodbye.
Oh. Bye. Whew. What a night. And I didn't get anything done at all. Was that like a regular occurrence here or something? Not them specifically, just like in general. You seem used to this. So the answer is definitely yes, right? Cool. So that's the real reason why this place is called Coffee Talk, huh? You make people talk. Well, it feels like this whole place does. Heck, even I talk about myself a lot more than usual, which is kind of weird, but also weirdly cathartic. You should. It's a feature. I reckon there's more benefit from talking things out without having to get smashed first. More embarrassing to remember, sure, but great for self-reflection. Anyhow, before I forget, could you hold on to something for me? My old business card. If the lady from yesterday comes again, could you give that to her? Yes, Riona. I mean, I owe her an apology, you know? And I couldn't find her online with just her first name, if that's even her real name. I thought maybe you could pass that along with my info to her, so she can DM me? Also, in this form, it's less likely to get thrown out, right? Right? Do you think she'll throw it away? Oh, now you're making me nervous. Can you give it back? I might need it right now. No, it's fine. Keep it. I need to keep my resolve. You think so? I thought she'd be more comfortable about contacting me if it's less personal. That's why I figure her DMing me would be better. But then again... Nah, you're right. A direct line would be better here. But what if she throws it away? True that. All right. I'll trust your judgment. In that case, could you please give it to her when the time seems right? If she even comes back, that is. All right, sweet. Thanks. You're the best. Aw, man. I better go before the rain gets worse. See you around. Don't work too hard, okay? Take care.
Hey. And hey, new customer. No, it would appear not. Do you have a new pet cat then? Are you sniffing me, kitty? Do you want cuddles? Alright, no cuddles. Cats. I wonder if it's lost, but it doesn't have a color, so it might be a stray. It's cute though, would make a nice mascot. Right. Anyhow, it's been a little while. Honestly, mostly work, as usual. I won't lie, I'm pretty beat. Yes. But in my defense, I spent the last hour looking at wedding dresses on Tomodachi. It's not unfun. They're going. I might need a drink before I answer that. Something warm and cozy, yes. Milky and soothing, with just a bit of warm spice. I'm going to hit my pillow soon, so something that will help me sleep. And I can see you have snazzy new ingredients. That sounds interesting. I'd like to try hibiscus then, with milk and warm spice, please. Aw, poor kitty. Did the machine wake you up? Here goes the mascot. I bet it will. Cats always have reasons for their actions, even if they're often rather mysterious ones. Oh, this smells lovely. It also has a lovely color. And it tastes lovely. I knew I could count on you. You're always a sight for sore taste buds. Or something. I love it. Right, so the wedding preparations. Oh yes, absolutely. After everything we've been through, I'm not about to back down now. Bailey's is still very much my person. With the long ears and all. No cold feet and no cold anything. In fact, my stress is running so high. I feel like I have steam coming out of my horns. Yeah. It's just such a big thing, you know? I feel like that's all we talk about. But we're not making much progress. We're not further along than we were weeks ago. I don't know. I'm not sure I even know what my expectations are anymore. I look at all these weddings on Tomodachi Hill, and they all do this special, over-the-top stuff. I don't have any original ideas like that. He does, but that's another issue. My parents are willing to pay for part of the wedding. And they earn a good living, so I can cover most of it. Bay wants to contribute his share, but he can't really afford it. And as you know, his parents aren't in the picture anymore. No, I don't think so. If I've learned anything, it's that you need to let the people you love make their own choices. But I am concerned. Both about Bay dropping all his savings on this stuff. And about him trying to guess what I want. Rather than expressing his own wishes. Maybe. But I guess it's unavoidable, right? Is this a space person you told me about weeks ago? The one who used to come to the cafe? I see. This is all very mysterious. Also, did you hear them come in?
What does a girl have to do to get a drink around here? Pour me a stiff one.
This isn't quite that kind of place.
Isn't it? Our research indicates that this is the way one should order a drink. In a place of public consumption.
It sounds like your research was based on Arc Westerns.
Is there anything wrong with Orc Westerns? We rather enjoyed them.
No, I guess not. They're just very different from reality.
In what ways?
That, it would take a very long time to answer that. I guess the better question is, how are they similar?
How are they similar?
That's fair enough. I suppose the honest answer is... The way people feel emotions is similar. How they're ambitious and have dreams. How they want things and sometimes get jealous of others. But also how they help each other out. And how they fall in love.
It sounds like Earthlings have very busy feelings.
I guess we do. Are your people very different in that respect?
We are. Although we want things too. But it appears that Earthlings have at least 94.328% more. How do you distinguish between them all?
To be honest, sometimes we don't. Reading others isn't easy. Nor is understanding ourselves, for that matter. That adds some spice to life, I guess.
It sounds to us like it would be helpful to have those emotions displayed, especially in movies. Perhaps you could write them at the top of the screen. Indeed, we are not. Our name is Amanda.
So there are several of you? Here on Earth?
There are a great many of us everywhere. Our average density is 3,450.4, but this is not the topic of our present conversation. We do wish to absorb some liquid matter, yes. Similarly to what the purple earthling has been doing.
The purple earthling? That is certainly a description.
Is it wrong? Would it be more accurate to describe you as the four appendages earthling?
Do you mean my horns and my ears?
Oh, we apologize. But we cannot address the customer by name, as we do not—
Oh, I haven't introduced myself. That's my bad. I'm Lua.
Lua. Lua? Lua.
Yes?
It has a very pleasing sound.
Oh. Well, thank you.
We wish to absorb some liquid matter, as Lua has been doing. Something bright-colored and memorable. We want our first drink on Earth to be an experience we shall never forget.
No pressure. That's the spirit.
We want the taste to be very spicy. We know that some places serve weak drinks to bipeds with female denominations. Our research has determined that behavior to be undesirable in 99.9999.
Fortunately, this isn't that kind of place either.
We do not know what gingery means, but blue and gingery sounds good to us. This is vivid indeed. Now let's try it. This is interesting. We heard that we might struggle to experience taste. But we can certainly feel the kick of this. Your reputation was well deserved.
Sounds like word is getting around. Soon this place will become a hipster den. I should probably start looking for an alternative haunt. Touche. I guess you'll be stuck with me a while longer.
We heard about you from our sibling formerly known as Neil.
Sibling, huh? This isn't a future hipster den. This is an alien. You should consider rebranding as Cafe Close Encounters. So what brings you here, Amanda?
Please define your question. Do you mean here on this planet?
That too, but also here, in this cafe.
We are on this planet on a research and rescue mission.
Is that like a search and rescue?
Perhaps. It is a mission to gather numbers for research, as well as to rescue our sibling. We are in this cafe to wait for them. We made an appointment, as is the custom here. They should arrive in 2 minutes, 3 seconds, and 12 milliseconds. Please pardon the roughness of our estimate.
That's more than good enough.
You're very kind.
Our lovely barista has mentioned your sibling a few times, I think. Silver, right?
Indeed, we are a part of the same hive mind.
A hive mind? That sounds pretty amazing. But doesn't that make appointments less useful?
That would have been true some time ago. But Neil, now known as Silver, is becoming more human by the day. Their connection to the hive mind grows tenuous.
Oh. That must feel a little lonely. To lose your connection to your family when you've been so close.
Perhaps. What does it mean to be lonely?
It's, when you think about other people, and they're not here, and that makes you sad. It makes you feel like you have a weight on your chest. Like things that usually feel good to you lose a lot of their appeal.
Thank you for your explanation. We think we see. We do not know. Perhaps it is a little lonely. We cannot answer this with more than a 61% certainty.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Amanda. I apologize. I haven't been coming by often enough lately.
Hi. I'm Lua.
Nice to meet you, Lua. I'm Silver.
I've heard a lot about you.
Have you? You probably pictured me in a bigger suit.
I guess so, yes. A bit like your sibling here.
I understand, but I've been undergoing many changes lately. I let go of the suit. This form makes me feel truer to who I am now. I also changed my name for the same reason. Have you been waiting long, Amanda?
Not unduly.
bit awkward.
Amanda,
Yes?
you should know that I've been missing you a lot.
What is miss? Is it like being lonely?
Yes, it is. When did you learn what lonely is?
We have been told that is the name of the feeling we have. When we think about you,
That's... I just... Bring it in.
bring what? Oh,
So cute.
I can hear you, you know.
right. As we were saying, we appreciate your being only 3 milliseconds late.
It's good to see you haven't changed.
You have, and yet you haven't. Now that you are close, you feel part of the hive again, and your presence is similar to what it always was.
It makes me really happy to hear that.
You should order a drink, as is customary. Then we can proceed with our discussion of the mission.
The mission?
Oh, didn't they tell you about that?
Not really.
Well, the reason I came here in the first place was to find love.
You mean to reproduce with the local species?
That's another way to put it. I did, yes, but that was a long time ago. I'm going to tell you everything. But first, Amanda's right. I'd like to order a drink. I can taste them properly now, so I enjoyed them a lot more. I'd like something new and unique. I want to explore all these new sensations. But nothing too strong, please. I don't have the same tolerance as before. Also, I'm in the mood for something a bit sweet and floral. And maybe with a bit of freshness to it? Oh, I do love blue. Something sweet, floral, refreshing, and blue, then, please. This definitely looks unique. I can't wait to try it. Oh, yum. It's delicious. Drinking through my mouth makes such a difference. To be honest, I never expected to like it this much. But now I can never get enough of it.
Drinking through the glove does look uncomfortable.
It's a very different experience.
Not entirely unpleasant.
No, it's also nice in its own way. But it doesn't convey taste in the way a mouth does. It's much more about the sensation, which definitely makes it intense. But I'm happy I get to drink their creations the way they were intended.
As for the mission,
Yes, the mission. It has run into some difficulties.
Difficulties of what nature?
Well, the truth is, I still have some trouble finding myself a date.
What is a date?
It's a step you need to take before, coupling up. You meet somewhere, you talk, you get to know the person.
Not having a hive connection sounds exhausting.
It can be a challenge, to be honest. But in another way, it's wonderful. Without the hive connection, when you meet someone, it's always a surprise. They react in ways I didn't expect. In ways I wouldn't. And every time I learn something new.
About earthly species?
That too, certainly. But mostly about myself.
That's definitely what being with someone is about. Every time you're honest with a person you love, you get out of your comfort zone and become a better person yourself.
That sounds complicated. We need to make further computations to
It's different from what we're used to, but it's also pretty great.
I mean, it sounds to me like you've got it figured out. Surely your dates should go well enough.
Thank you. You're very kind. And if I say so myself, I think I've made some progress. If I did get a date, I think it would go better than before.
What's the problem then?
Well... Thing is... Seattle's a very big city, even by our standards. Everyone's busy running around. And people aren't very trusting, not like in romantic movies. You can't just ask someone on the street to go on a date with you. Yes, I tried several times. I even stood on a plaza for a few hours, with a date me placard around my neck.
That is,
Not an optimal strategy, yes. I've realized that since. People mostly seemed a little scared.
I hear most people meet their partners at work. Is that something you could try?
Maybe later on, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm afraid my work doesn't attract the right sort. Ah, yes, I did. A few months ago. I've decided to open a cafe.
Really? Does that mean our friend has competition?
Not at all. I would never want that. It rather feels like a small way to start a family tradition. Anyway, after I tried all that, I was running out of ideas. So I decided to reinstall Only Hearts, like I did when I had just arrived here.
Online dating does sound like a reasonable solution.
I thought so too. But the amount of dates I've gotten since I downloaded it is...
based on surrounding parameters. We will guess absolute zero.
That is accurate.
Oh no. Do you know why?
If I'm being honest, I think I have an idea, but it might sound strange coming from me. The online dating process feels a little... No, it feels a lot... alien.
Please expand your explanation. Do you mean it lacks earthly species?
Oh no, it has Earthlings in all shapes and forms. But it feels impossible to connect to them. I was much more successful at it when I first tried, months ago. But now, it's a little like how my connection to the hive mind has been recently. I'm a part of it, to some extent. I feel like if I can just reach out to it, I'll find understanding. But then I do reach out. And I only find silence.
That's pretty sad.
Sorry. I'm making everyone gloomy now.
No, don't worry about that at all. I'm just wondering if I've got friends I can set you up with. But they all have partners.
You're very kind, Lua. I'll find some sort of way, eventually. It's pretty important that I do. It's an existential issue for some people.
We will help.
I don't know. I really appreciate your offer, Amanda. But even after spending years here, I still struggle with it all. When I first arrived, it was hard for me to even hold a conversation. Now I think I can read people a little better, but it's still...
You're not looking for conversation yet, are you? You wish to connect to a hive mind. And you found it easier when you first arrived. Is that not what you said?
Yes, that's true, but...
We are a hive mind, and we have just arrived here. We will help.
It does sound reasonable. I suppose social media can be a bit like a hive mind sometimes. And there's no harm in trying, right?
Well... Then I guess that's settled. I'll show you how the app works when we leave here, Amanda.
We are prepared. We will gather intelligence and draw conclusions. With our hive powers and your human knowledge, based on your previous experience and your new skills, we estimate our odds of success at 100%.
I like your confidence.
Amanda always was a force of nature.
We do not know what that means, but it sounds complimentary. We are pleased. As for...
Wait.
What is...
We have to go. Now.
But...
What happened?
I'll explain everything later. Sorry, my friend, Lua. See you soon, I hope.
We...
No time, let's go.
Well, that was odd. I hope they're going to be all right. You two know each other. Sounds serious. Lua. An educated guess. I swear I filed my tax return months ago. I did Bayes at the same time, so that can't be it. I have no clue. Sorry, but that sounds kind of far-fetched. This is getting old. We didn't do anything wrong. And we don't have to answer any of your questions. Actually, nothing. I know my rights. You have no jurisdiction to come in here and act like a big shot. I've never seen anyone in this cafe who doesn't belong here. So I suggest you take your suspicions elsewhere. And leave this place and them alone. Your investigation means nothing to us. I can feel myself getting angry, Mr. Agent. And trust me, you do not want to see me angry. I didn't know such thing. Not yet, at least. Suit yourself. You'll only be wasting your time. Well, I may be on the quieter side, but I'm still a succubus. Truth be told, I don't like to antagonize people, but I guess sometimes it can't be helped. I wonder what that guy was really after. That doesn't make me like him anymore. I came very close to clipping him in his smug face, to be honest. Even if I didn't touch him in the end, despite what he thought. What do you mean? Naughty. Didn't think you had it in you. This certainly is an interesting looking ID card. I'm sure someone creative could find good uses for it. Well, I guess you have some time to consider what to do with it. And who to pass it on to. Anyway, this shook me more than I'd like to admit. It's really not your fault. But I'm going to go and spend some time with my fiancé now. Which will be all of 30 seconds. Before I start snoring on his shoulder. Will do.
as good as I can be. Mian? What is it? In a good way or a bad way? Thanks. Do you have a hairdryer? Then, nope. I'm good. Aw, a little rain won't hurt me. I'll be fine. Hey now, I'm no longer a kid, okay? It's been 3 years already. I aged too, you know. Then you just have to treat me real nice. How about making me a special drink? Something milky and slightly sweet. And some brightness to negate this gloomy weather. Up to you. I mean, different colors usually have different effects, right? Yay! Oh, and no coffee, please. A colorful, non-coffee latte with honey, please. What's this? This is so 2017. Why are you giving this to me? Oh! Lucas-san. Isn't he that satyr influencer? I follow this. He's fun. He was here? Cool. But I don't get why you're giving me this, though. It's cute. Also, it's pink. What do you call this again? Cute. Okay. It's not a strawberry latte, is it? It's too sour for that. Don't tell me just yet. Let me guess. Cranberry? But it's not that, right? What is it then? Ooh. I love it. It's sweet, tart, and creamy at the same time. Why sweetheart latte, though? Aww. Sweet, sour, and comforting, huh? Speaking of sour, I'm surprised the milk isn't all curdled up. I remember, at a party, someone tried to mix us a mocktail using lemon soda. It was yucky. It's not something I can make myself. Excellent response. 5 stars. Since when have you gotten so smooth? Hee hee. So, sweetheart latte, huh? A fussy but comforting sweet and sour. I see. At any rate, has it really been that long already? My last visit here was probably over a year ago, wasn't it? Right. Things just took off, and suddenly I had no more free time. Busy, but it's good. Great, even. A lot is happening, actually. Like, I've been busy shooting new music videos and such. A lot of photo shoots, too. I'm also set to appear on several shows and podcasts, and, oh, I'm creating a new single! Uh-huh. Nope. Don't congratulate me yet. I'm still, in the process of making it, in more ways than one. Hee hee. I'm actually creating the song this time. And I'll be collabing with AJ! The guy who's always on your playlist, Jeremy Gentrew. I know, I'm excited. I know I don't look like it, but truthfully, from the time I was a kid, it's always been a dream of mine. And dancing. More specifically, singing and dancing to my own songs, the one Nekomimi pop-up concert. You know, a concert that pops up randomly. It happens sometimes in malls or on a popular, busy street. You miss it and poof, it's gone, leaving only memories of a one-of-a-kind show with a one-of-a-kind experience. Right? I guess I've always loved being on stage. But you know, we all wanted to become everything when we were kids. But as you grow up, you have to pick your battles. And for me, singing and dancing just come much more naturally than creating my own music. At least, until now. I thought to myself, if I can't do it alone, then I'll make it with someone who definitely knows what they're doing. Right? I am taking in fresh inspiration. Even now, who knows? Maybe I'll get inspired from your drinks too. But I'm so excited you can't believe! And so, keep an eye out for it, okay? Whenever it's out, I mean. Huh? A blackout? It happened before, huh? Okay. Huh? Yeah!
cute. Hello.
Yup. I was just surprised by the thunder for a second there. Okay.
Honestly, not the best. Can you make me something nice? With a bit of sweetness? I recall last time you suggested an interesting drink to me. Something with blue tea and milk? Could you please prepare that for me? But make it ever so slightly sweeter this time? It's been quite a day. I think I deserve the sugar. Okay. Then, a blue latte with a hint of sweetness, please. Hmm? An email? Oh, is it from that person from before? Lucas, wasn't it? He wants me to contact him? I'll think about it. Thank you. But I'm not wearing glue, though. I love it. Thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you.
Just one of those days?
I suppose. It's one of those moments when it seems like everything is collapsing simultaneously. Not necessarily great by any means.
I know how that feels. Want to talk about it? Rachel is feeling generous today. Ah! Doctor! Long time no see.
Hey, Rachel. Still a hospital admissions officer here.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Hey. I'm just here for a quick drink before I get to work. Well, looks like I'll have to take a breather first.
So, you were saying? the lady and I were in the middle of a conversation.
We were?
Maybe at the beginning of one? I'll back off if I'm being too nosy, though. I'm just very happy today.
I see. Should I move over there?
No, you're fine. I'm curious about how you've been doing, too. But gotta keep the momentum with sister over there.
Alright. Then please don't mind me.
This reminds me strongly of my very first visit here.
Mm-hmm.
To be frank, this may be the place where people ask me the most questions.
Is that a good or bad thing?
I'm not sure yet, but I do not mind it too much. Truthfully, I do not interact with many people on a daily basis since I'm on the road most of the time.
Is that so? What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a Groover driver, but I only do intercity deliveries, mostly.
Sounds tough.
It is not as bad as it sounds. I quite enjoy driving. It helps clear the mind sometimes.
Right. That's true. I drove a cab in Manhattan back in the early 60s.
You did?
Yes, but I had to stop after a few months since it got pretty dangerous.
Dangerous? How?
Because people kept trying to pick a fight with me.
Oh,
I also had a few people try to skip paying fares or rob me.
That sounds so terrifying and dangerous.
Well, it was back in the early 60s. People weren't as kind to us as they are now. But I get why you like driving. I always enjoyed the long drive back and forth from airports.
I see. Prior to focusing exclusively on delivery, I used to accept passengers as well.
Oh? Well, why the change?
Because 7 out of 10 passengers would cancel on me, usually right after they entered my car as well, which resulted in my suspension.
What? Why?
Because I terrified them.
Ah,
That's just rude.
I must admit, I looked significantly different back then. It was because I never had to deal with so many people before. I was living in seclusion, far away from big cities up until that. And so, during the appeal period, I attempted to make myself appear. In the meantime, I was permitted to make deliveries.
right.
It turns out that I enjoy doing deliveries much more than I expected, so I rescinded my appeal. Additionally, the schedule flexibility allows me to focus more on my training and auditions.
Did you say auditions? For what?
I've been auditioning for a soprano role.
Really? That sounds cool.
No, it's... No. It's not cool at all.
Why do you say that?
I've tried for years and have yet to land one single role.
Ooh.
I also lost air pressure in one of my tires, by the way. Yes. The officer already warned us about it too. However, I'm not yet quite sure if it's related to his case. Thank you. So, yes, not a good day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
Oh.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just gonna check my messages.
Okay.
It's nice to see you again, Rachel.
Oh, too. Same.
You must have been busy. I haven't seen you around here in a while. How's Henry?
Dad's fine. He's been pretty busy too.
Not as busy as you, it seems. I've seen him here at least every other month or so.
Really? He won't let me stay out late on my break. Yet he comes here to see all of you. Just kidding. I know he comes here often. It's fine. He's old. He needs breaks more than me.
Right. Being able to unwind becomes more important as you get older. Be sure he gets his yearly checkups, though.
Will do. So, what's up with you these days?
Not a lot, but... Oh, I have a small problem at work, actually.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, as the person who handles patient admissions, I have to handle really young kids sometimes. We're not a children's hospital, so they usually come in as urgent cases.
Aww.
That's why I try to make the admission process as painless as possible, just to make things a little easier for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Sadly, kids tend to get scared of me, which makes expediting their admissions more difficult sometimes.
But you're like one of the nicest guys I know.
Well, they're usually really, really young. Not exactly. But I think my size has something to do with it. I still tower over them even when I get down to their eye level. They probably feel vulnerable too. Not at all. Again, it's not a big deal. I'm just wondering if there's anything I could do about it. Ah. Hey. Didn't realize it was already this late. Seems like I'll have to go soon. Can I order now? I'll have my usual. A mix of tea, milk, and ginger. Fidget spinner? I don't think I need it. Oh, wait. Huh. This might be a good idea. Giving small toys to children to ease their anxiety. Nobody likes being in a hospital after all. I'll take it as a reference. Thank you. Thanks. It's great as usual. I can't seem to make it like you do. It does. I'm just saying yours is still the best, taste-wise.
What is it anyway? Ginger latte?
What they said. Either way, I've come to like it as my late night shift drink of choice, since I'm trying to cut back on my caffeine intake. Pretty much, yeah. I find myself better at controlling my fury that way. Guess I'll have to rely on you in my venture into the world of tea drinking. I should leave before the storm gets worse.
Aww.
Next time. We'll catch up.
Okay.
Sorry to leave in the middle of conversation. Hang in there. It always gets better.
Thank you.
See you.
Riona, isn't it? I'm sorry to hear about the auditions. Trust me, I really get how you're feeling right now.
Yes?
Uh-huh. I've been rejected by agencies many times too, before I finally made it into my previous group.
Huh? Oh. That's amazing.
Thanks. Do you have a reel up online somewhere? We might be playing on a different field, but I'd still love to see it.
I took it down a long time ago.
Why?
I had to deal with a lot of online harassment. Therefore, I removed it to save myself some headaches.
What? People are unbelievable. Don't mind the haters. They're just people who have nothing better to do.
Right. I suppose you must have dealt with similar things before.
Plenty. It comes with the fame. For better or for worse.
I see.
Anyway, you should keep it up. Maybe I can ask my colleagues if they know any audition leads, if you link me your reel.
Are you sure?
Yep. I mean, no promises, but I'll try.
I have a video if you want to see it.
Of course. Let me move over there then. Wow! I might not get opera, but that was pretty nice. It'd be great if you posted more of these online.
What do you mean?
You have this, je ne sais quoi thing going on. An unusualness that may captivate some people. Oh, I know! You should upload your stuff on top. I bet many people will love it.
Oh. It's alright.
What's wrong?
I don't think I'm cut out to have any presence online. I don't fit in with the culture.
I told you, don't mind the haters.
I mean, it's not just that. I might also have a complex regarding something else.
What complex?
You both might dislike me for this.
Why?
I wish to do my best in the old-fashioned way. So
Meaning?
it seems more appropriate for me to follow the traditional as opposed to using shortcuts or things that are online.
Ooh. I get it.
I realize this makes me sound snobbish. I apologize.
Who cares? Everybody is a snob in one way or another. But maybe you shouldn't limit yourself like that just yet.
What do you mean?
The entertainment industry changes rapidly, you know? For almost 3 years I've been doing this. It takes a lot of flexibility to stay afloat. Because there's always someone who could replace you.
Ah.
I don't know a lot about opera, but I'm sure it's changing too. Some things aren't always better the old way. Especially in the creative industry. Things stay stagnant in two ways. Either they're profitable, or certain people are just really like the past me. Back then, I thought I could only choose one or two things I was good at. And just forget about the rest. But recently, I got a chance to make my own song with a musician. I'm not the best at composing, so I really need the help.
I see.
And the musician I'm collaborating with? He had a dream of becoming a fighter jet pilot. However, one thing or another kept him from making his dream come true. So he posted his music as a hobby on Tomochill. And just like that, bam! He hit it big.
Oh. I see. That's amazing of him.
You too. Don't be afraid to do things a little differently. Plenty roads to roam and all that. That's all I can say about it. At any rate, I'll try asking around if they have any sort of leads. Should we exchange IDs? Do you have any?
No, but I have a cell phone number.
Okay. There.
Thank you.
Okay, Riona. I have to go now. I'll hit you up by text if I have anything.
Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. But you're so welcome. I'm going. See you soon. Bye-bye. Meow?
So interesting. This is my first time seeing a Nekomimi up close. I have a spare tire. I'll fix it once the weather improves. Coming here was a wise decision. I wasn't sure whether I should. In truth, I am deeply embarrassed by my conduct last time. I regret it. I apologize. Thank you. It's just... there are times when I, too, feel lonely. This was not my first rejection from an audition, as you may have already inferred, but... it never gets easier. Typically, I would just ruminate about it in my car, while being parked somewhere. I acknowledge it is not the most effective means of resolving my feelings. However, it is better than the alternatives, which are none. I don't know. I feel as though I'm only bringing doom and gloom to the table here. We'll see. Sounds like the weather will clear up soon. Experience? Let's just say I observe the sky a lot, especially in traffic. In any case, I better leave now. Thank you again.
Hello. Ah, well. I'm just here. How about you? You seem a little preoccupied. Oh? Sounds like a rookie mistake. Sounds like a plan. You're really busy as usual, I say. Oh? Well, I'm listening. You're weak. Tell me all about it. Try anywhere. After all, there's no way for me to correct an unheard story, am I? I see. Warning duly noted. Sounds eventful, even if not terribly Now, regarding the car vandalism you spoke about, well, I drove here. To what extent should I be concerned about it?
I can answer that. There's nothing to worry about. Your car's gonna be fine. Hey. I managed to track and narrow down the Vandals' strike zone, because the culprit seems to have a favorite spot. Yep, and it's nowhere near here. That's so. If she comes back, can you ask her where she parked? I appreciate it. Anyway, my investigation's still ongoing. I'd say this area's so you can relax.
I see.
Anyway, good evening, y'all. Sorry for blocking the entryway earlier. I was finishing off my last cigarette. Because it's time to start a new one. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Cheers. Ah. The big hospital guy. Then I guess I've seen you around a bunch. A Los Angelino, eh?
Not for much longer, though. I'm in the process of finalizing my move back here with my modeling agency.
You lived here before?
Mm-hmm. For about 40 years.
When did you move to LA then?
Around 20 years ago.
Right. Huh.
Let's just say I'm nowhere near as young as I look.
Ooh. Models, vampires, gotcha. Then as a native Seattleite, let me be the first to welcome you back. We got smog and dour skies. But at least our coffee is second to none. Right?
Thanks for the warm welcome. Not yet. Preparations still need to be made for the property I've chosen. I wouldn't even think of packing until it's halfway done. That being said, I'll be here to oversee the construction for a while.
If you ever need help, let me know. Can't do much by myself, but I can find a few guys who can.
Although it won't be necessary, I appreciate the gesture. It's funny.
What is?
Quite frankly, the police force and I had something of a contentious relationship in the past.
Uh-oh. Was it a slap on the wrist and let's call it a day type of thing? Or the catch you, catch me kind?
All I can say is, live long enough, those are bygone years. Of course.
Are you sure? Of course.
Naturally. After you.
Well, a public servant should put the citizens first. So after you.
How idealistic. But I insist. After all, I'm still considering my options.
Well then, in that case... just give me something nice. Not that great, honestly. Never mind that for now. I got a question for you. Did you, by any chance, see a lighter lying around? Whew, that's a relief. Okay, listen carefully. I need you to take this very, very seriously. I'll need that lighter back, okay? I mean it. I need it back. Or this streak of bad luck won't end. Just talking to myself. Appreciate it. Just black coffee for me, please, but lightly sweetened. Finally. Hello, old friend. Thanks. I suppose I owe you an explanation. I told you before, right? This lighter's my lucky charm. When it goes missing, my luck gets really dicey. Almost got hit by a falling fan at work. Broke the missus's favorite mug. Nearly swerved my car into the sidewalk because a black cat jumped into my lane. A black cat, not even a raccoon. I swear I'm not making this up. If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what is. And well, they're still mad at me too. Anyway, glad to have this back. Thanks for keeping it safe for me. Cheers. That really hits the spot.
Not quite. Do you have any suggestions? Oh. Hibiscus, huh? Not an ingredient that's easily palatable when used in a hot beverage. Perfect. Make me something with it. I'll let you choose for me. Just make it red. And who knows? Maybe it can be my new blood vine. It's a fake blood cocktail I used to get here. Back when it was still a bar. Make me a bold, red drink. I'd like to see what you can come up with. That's Gala's, isn't it? The apartment key. I see. So he lost it here. In fact, he called me this morning, asking if I was in the city. I didn't tell him I was in Seattle, though. So the call was a surprise. Why did he call, you ask? Well, simply because I have his spare key. I'll take this off you and bring it to him then. I will be sure to let him know. So this is a drink you thought I might like. Looks peculiar enough. It's tart. Astringent. You tell me. And I was looking forward to it. Well, you did what I asked, so no need for apology. Next time, you could try making me something that doesn't taste like hay juice. It needs some boldness. Something that can leave a mark in me. There is only one hibiscus drink that I've enjoyed. I'm curious to see if you can come close.
Hey, kid.
There. Damn. Oh. Oh, dang. Hello. Pops, nice to see you again. What's going on?
What's going on with you?
Me? Oh, well, nothing. Nothing much. You know what? Let me move over there. There we go. Sorry about earlier. I was, preoccupied. Yeah, of course. I'm always alright. Always. 'Cause I'm a very lucky dude. Speaking of luck, did the lady ever come back? Really? Did you manage to give her my stuff? Okay, cool. She didn't throw it away, did she? Great.
You trying to reach the Soprano lass?
That's right, Pops. I still feel uneasy about how that day went. So, I just want to apologize to her. Or something, you know?
Okay.
So, I guess I just have to wait for her to contact me, huh? But what if she doesn't contact me? What should I do?
Then that's that. That's her choice.
You're so right, Pops.
Didn't think of you as someone who'd have trouble reaching out to people like this.
I know, right? It is what it is. Okay then, I'll wait. Any hoodle, it's nice to see you again, Pops.
Likewise, kid.
Hello to you too, sir?
Hyde. It's Hyde.
Wait, so you're really that Hyde? The supermodel Hyde?
A big shot, huh?
Oh man, oh boy. I never thought I'd randomly see you in a place like this. No offense to you. I follow your socials, man. Big fan. I especially love the Timeless series you did for Boundless.
That's an old one.
It was a lifestyle magazine, no longer in print. 'Cause everything is online these days.
It was a photo series I modeled for. A bit of an avant-garde shoot. They were originally set to be displayed in a time travel themed showcase. Alas, the exhibition fell through. So, they were rethemed and put in the magazine instead.
Yeah, those were awesome. I liked how the series showed peak fashion through the times. Yet the designs were so contemporary. Timeless, even. Pun intended. Wait, let me show you a couple of pics from it.
Still do.
It was so cool, it inspired me to find my own style too. I'm partial to the 80s inspired look myself.
Really? I can't tell.
It's my jacket collection.
Glad it helped. I did enjoy experiencing some of those times again. Even if only in garment form. Even if I was left with a melancholy feeling. But I digress.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, by the way, is pure matcha supposed to make you feel woozy? I tried drinking some before lunch a couple of days ago. I felt a tad nauseous. Nope. That was the main takeaway from our conversation, wasn't it? Duly noted. Thanks. Then, can I get a pumpkin latte? Ah, for real? You know you don't need pumpkin to make it, right? Yep, but I have an open mind. I just don't want anything plain tonight. How about making me something based off a pumpkin latte with what you have? Sounds good. Good call on the cinnamon. Oh yeah, you're right. Like pumpkin lattes. The warmth cheers me right up. Thanks.
So, what's the matter?
Huh?
Why do you need cheering up, kid?
Oh, about that. Just the usual work stuff. A few disagreements here and there, you know? Any working team will eventually have them once or twice, right?
Right.
What do you do?
I'm a vlogger slash influencer.
Ah.
I review a lot of lifestyle things, like fashion, places, food, etc. on the social. Sometimes I do skits and such on my channels too.
Pranks also?
No, Pops. No way. Real talk though, I actually hate pranks. I didn't say it before, but I hate them. A lot.
Is that so?
I just think they're the lowest form of entertainment. Just cheap thrills at the expense of others.
Right.
But yeah, getting off topic here, sorry.
So, you're essentially the creator and the host of your What does your team do?
My team helps me edit, secure sponsors, and massively boost the production quality. They're great. I owe them lots.
Do you think you're doing well?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. We get by pretty well.
I currently reside in LA.
For real? I did too, before I moved here. Why I moved? I mean, 'cause I hated it there? Not to crap on where you live, sir. I just think LA is not for me.
No offense taken.
It's a long and stupid story. Trust me, you don't want to hear it. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. You were saying?
I've been noticing an influx of newcomers there. They're loud, young, and brazen. Just like you.
Yeah?
The fact that you're able to make something of yourself out of such mundane nonsense, I'd say you're doing pretty well. So, what's the issue?
Well, I've talked about my channel situation here before, right?
Yeah, you said your views were dwindling.
Calling it dwindling might be a bit overkill, but yeah. That's why my team and I are trying to figure out what to do. Trying to keep the show fresh, you know? Truthfully, though, I've been wanting to change the show's direction for a while now. I even promised myself last year. Once I got a certain number of viewers, I was just going to do it.
Was?
Well, I've always wanted to do a talent showcase segment, you know? So I could help elevate others like me.
Others like you.
Yeah. Like the soprano lady from before. Like those dwarf actors and actresses in TV shows. We all actually kind of have something in common. Do you know what it is? I'll make it easier for you. Think about satyrs, for example. When you hear about us, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Don't think too hard now. Just say anything off the top of your head. How about you, Pops, sir? Probably partying, recklessness, alcoholism, or a joke.
Is that what you think?
Nope, but that's what most of society thinks. In the same way society views Lady Riona as bad luck personified, all just because she happens to be a banshee. Besides, society's awful at judging people. The immediate trust they have for those who have money compared to those who have to start from zero. You know what I mean? I get it, you know? Etiquette, social cues, and awareness, that sort of thing. What nurtures you when growing up reflects these things. That's what most people like to assume anyways. And I get it. Nobody has any time to learn about everybody. So, we go by impressions. But as someone who started from zero and now, the difference in how people treat me is so damn stark. So damn stark that it doesn't feel all that great, you know? So yeah, I wanted to carve a space in my work. A place where I can give exposure to those who might not get it otherwise.
Then, once again, I ask, what is the issue?
My team thinks my segment idea is too risky. Don't fix what's not broken, they said. They just want me to improve what I've been doing.
And you agree?
They're not wrong. The risk is real. After all, I'm not responsible only for myself. I've got a whole team depending on me now. That's why I'm trying to find a compromise. At least, until we become so big that any slight changes won't affect us as much.
Will the world wait for you, though? I wonder.
Huh?
Will the world wait for you to be ready? Have you ever asked yourself that? You see, making choices is always a matter of priority. As you grow, your stake increases, along with your responsibilities. As such, your excuses will continue to pile. But, given the pace at which you're going right now, I see your idealistic dream is unlikely to be realized. However, if it's enough for you to just have good intentions, well, that's another story.
Well, a little blunt, aren't we?
Am I wrong, though?
It is a perspective. You know, one of many. I admit, I don't know much about the entertainment biz. But you've gotten this far, boy. Because all along, you've been motivated by that specific goal in mind. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't dismiss his intent so easily. He's... Well, you're probably just a bit lost right now.
Do you think I should have been gentler then?
Nah. I needed the whipping. Those words are hard to swallow, but I needed to hear them. Uh-huh. Well, there's a lot I need to think about. So, I should go. Nice seeing you, Pops. And thanks for your advice, sir. Thank you, too.
Hang in there.
Yeah. Y'all too. See you around.
Well, I've stayed too long already, so I better go do my work now. Don't want to get my pay docked, you see. Nice meeting you, Hyde. We'll see each other more often soon, I'm sure. Hopefully nothing work-related.
Have a good night, officer.
You too. Will do. Until next time.
I suppose I should leave as well. I'll be back before long, though. Mm-hmm. Huh. Looks like the officer forgot his lighter again. Oh, what a curse. All right, then. Have a good evening yourself.
I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme.
Well, I think it's lacking something. It's too dainty.
Dainty. What would you like then? Red, black, and purple?
That wouldn't be the worst.
Okay then. Why not? But you have to commit to it. No takebacks this time.
Bae. I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now, anyway.
Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Hey, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple?
Ray, don't put them on the spot. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are.
And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces.
Oh, please. Can we not talk about that now?
I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tamadacho. I mean, they were your pick in the first place.
They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic.
But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests.
That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family.
The key word is extended. Do you even know half these people?
That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite... It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding.
I still don't think they should. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful thing, even if it means we have fewer guests.
Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to...
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to be just a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford it.
Or die trying. I don't want you...
Saved by the bell.
That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now. Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice, spicy kick, please. No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Oh, that's novel. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. What?
You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all.
You're weird.
I guess we're both weird.
That we are. My lovely weirdo.
My perfect misfit.
This is so much better.
It really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile?
Never enough.
Ugh, disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down.
Hi, sorry. Didn't hear you come in.
Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing.
Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work.
All right then. Did you hear me? Spicy is the name of the game. Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something. Then double it. Let's see if you cracked the hide code. This is kinda troublesome. You know me a little too well. This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it, and watch the boats float by.
That sounds lovely.
She was a good friend.
She isn't anymore?
When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go.
That's sad.
You get used to it.
Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love?
I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget. And for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track?
Yeah, we are.
We definitely are.
Not getting too bored?
Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining.
That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest.
Ugh. Could you sound any less enthusiastic?
Hey!
Good to see that some things don't change. And such a dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn.
I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time.
No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway.
Right. And I'm going to have a drink.
Bye. Bye, Hyde.
See ya.
I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. Yes, chocolate with milk and honey could work. Perfect. This feels so good. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked.
You do care a lot about her.
Of course I do.
Then why all the fighting?
You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family...
You mean since you cut them off?
Yeah. Since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces, Lua and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What do you want from this wedding?
How do you mean?
It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see?
Honestly? I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it.
That's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants?
You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tamadacho. Every wedding picture she's pinning online. All the places she finds cool. All the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that. To have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that.
Is it too much? Too expensive?
That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding. Just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding.
You're remarkably presumptuous, young man.
No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it.
Good. Because I was going to say it whether you like it or not. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want. As if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone. No, especially when you love someone. You should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants.
But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know.
Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute. Or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding. Just to make you feel good about yourself.
But what if we take so long that we reach old age? And we're still not married?
If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you... Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding. Based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me.
Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde?
Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling.
That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling.
Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while.
I thought you were having a good time in LA.
I was. Until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency, just in case. But there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here.
Really? What are you going to do then?
Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Come on. I'm obviously kidding.
Phew.
I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased. Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has, meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup.
Are we seriously talking about the Mafia right now?
That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to...
I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right?
You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right.
Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time.
Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore.
If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt...
Shh. If my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble.
You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice, you're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you.
I'm moving here to be closer to them.
What was that?
Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing.
Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day. Finally. No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home.
And keeping bickering?
Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while.
Good elf. Enjoy your night then.
I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks.
considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. That's quite a story indeed. But I'll make it short, 'cause it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my boss. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in, and at some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala. He's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job. Not on his watch. Aha, you know me well. Some friends and we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride. They provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, hide-shaped, and I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had my car keys, and I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and we drove to a lovely spot with a view, for the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it, when suddenly, we hear a tap on the window. The wolf himself. He peers inside. Then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze. And then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Oh, I wish. I'm sorry. It still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my gag. Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality, he was mortified, if not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco, but I couldn't be angry at Gala, even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end, for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. Sentimental, hmm? That's what you took away from that story? But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred. So do I. And no, nothing. Have a good night.